Hey everybody, Joy here. Joy back again already. My Boo Bear and my Pumpkin Pants are coming today. They won't be here till after dark tonight. But I thought maybe we could make a real fast video because I won't be making any videos while they're here, that's for sure. So I was going to show you what I told you about that I found at Bernhardt. This is called Flour Sack White, I believe, if they have any left. I ordered 5 yards because, you know, there's no 20% stretch or 25% stretch hardly anywhere in the world. So this is supposed to be 20% stretch. And it does have more stretch than the gray ones. Let's compare. Let's do comparison duty. Now these are the Jaylee jeans. Pull-up jeans, they're all done. I made them, there's a video already. I already made the video and I already have the clips, but I've been waiting to make the crescendo by Love Notions to compare to these. So these, I thought had 20% stretch, but oh my goodness, they do not. Let's put them on a ruler. 5 inches should stretch to 6, and I thought it did. 5 inches should stretch to 6, and it really doesn't. It only stretches to 5.5. Now I pulled it pretty hard the other day because I tried to make it be 20%, but it isn't. These fit me okay, but they're snug. I show them in my next video. You'll see they're on me. So let's try this one, 5 inches, and see where it stretches to. You have to hold it here. Let's hold it at the 1 and stretch it to the 6. Yes, this one does stretch a whole inch. So this one has twice the stretch of this one. Let's stretch them together. You have to figure out how to do these things. Let's stretch them both. Yes, the white one stretches farther than the gray one. This was called Silver Chalice or something. I told you in my last video. So since I found this, you know I'm wanting to make white jeans. This is a denim. Feels like denim. Could be a denim or a twill. It's the same thing. And I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. I ordered 5 yards and I've got 5.5 here. I'm going to check that. That is really cool, you know it? I probably didn't stretch it far enough. Let's do a real stretch. Let's do 1 to 36 is there. So that's a real yard. That's another yard. This isn't washed yet. I brought it up here to show you. 3, 4. So that's a real 4 right there. Hello. And that's a real 5. So I got this much extra, that much extra. And this is 60 inches wide. Oh, awesome. I'll easily get 2 pair of jeans out of this. And I don't know if I'd want to make a white top. You know, I don't want to look like a marshmallow or a snowman or something. I love the white jeans. And I finally broke down and paid for the PDF of this pattern. This is the one, you haven't seen the front of it yet. I didn't want to pay for it because I'm a tightwad, but I did. And so I have the PDF pattern. And as usual with PDF patterns, they have a video. And the video says, print out the PDF sheets, trim each one on the red line. Now, I know what red is. I'm wearing red. If you can see a red line on this, I sure wish you'd point it out to me. So the only way I can see to match this up is these little colored notches. 2A, that says 2A, and that says 4A, so that doesn't go together. So turn it this way, and 2A goes to 2A. But why can't these companies get their act together and get their directions right? is so frustrating. Then I'm going to have to order it again because I need to make the 16 for the 42 hip in the skirt. I need to make the 14 in the top for 36 upper bust. Well, the pattern that I bought is 16 and bigger, so I've got to buy the other one that's 14 and smaller. So double duty there. I hope they're still on sale. I think it was like $6.99 or something. So I'm going to paste that together today. But mostly my mind is on my grandson and my great-grandson coming. I've bought so much food, you know. We have the other house in Mounds, and it's got 2 refrigerators and a freezer, and they've all got food in them. And down here, I usually just bring some food from there. Well, I have a refrigerator in the house, and then I have a refrigerator in the garage here. 2 of them. I used to have a whole freezer and another one, and they're up there now at my other house. So I only have 2 here. Well, they are overflowing. They're going to be here 2 days. I sure hope they're hungry. We have an issue. You saw me wearing this blouse in my last video. I made this blouse. I love this blouse. But there is something about these cotton knits. This is a cotton knit. I don't know if it's Panorama. It doesn't stretch very far, see? But it is a knit. And I made myself a sandwich, and it was wonderful. It had ham and tomatoes and lots of lettuce and some mustard and some Miracle Whip and 2 pieces of bread. And so the tomatoes kind of mixed with the mustard, and it dripped. What is with me with dripping stuff? I seem to always do this at Cracker Barrel too. Dripped it right down the front. It always lands on my boobs right in the middle. Stain, 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 stain. All right down the center of me. It's my dribble canal. Right down the center of me. I actually I'm going to go to Amazon. I'm going to order myself some bibs. I'm not kidding you. I'm going to put one in my purse and wear it when I go to Cracker Barrel. Maybe I should make a pretty one so it looks like a scarf. I might do that. Okay, so I love this. I made this. It fits me perfect. And so I went, you know, I'm sorry, I've got this bent down. Hold on, I'll put you up. I have washed it. I have not put it in the dryer until today. But for the last 3 days, I have washed it. It was all wet. Nothing came out. So I put it over by the sink and I sprayed it with everything I have. With Shout, with that grandma's stain remover that doesn't remove anything. With the So Clean, doesn't remove anything. Even with the Folex carpet cleaner, sprayed it with that. Put alcohol on it. I don't remember. I must have put 10 different things. Goof Off, stain remover. It's still here. So I don't have the fabric stash here that I do in Mounds. I'm fixing to because I'm going to bring half of it back here. But I looked and look what I found. I actually have this out there in my stash and it's pink. So I am going to do an applique. You know I love applique. And I am going to put some Steam-A-Seam or Heat and Bond, whatever I have over there in my cupboard on the back of these flowers. Then I'm going to cut them out and then I'm going to iron them right there. So they're going to be right here between my boobs. So I will cut several out and extend it up to the shoulder, see, like that. And I think the stains that are down here on my belly, I'm hoping nobody looks at my belly. They look at the flowers up here on the top. So I'm in the middle of taping together all of those PDF sheets for that pretty skirt with the buttons all up and down the front of it. Couldn't you make a skirt without that pattern, Joy? Yes, I could. But you know, my doctor prescribed getting new patterns. So I have to do that, you know, got to take your pills. Look what I just happened to have. This is not Steam-A-Seam too light, but it's Steam-A-Seam, so it will work. So what I'm doing is I cut out some flowers I cut out a piece of steam and seam and I pulled the paper off of one sticky side. It still has another paper on it. So it's stuck temporarily. I'm going to iron it down, cut off the extra here. Now this is going to be heavier duty than light. But that's probably okay because this isn't a real lightweight knit. Where's my trash? I used to have about 10 trash cans in this room. Of course, I took half of them to my other house. All right, so you just hold it down, steam a seam. Hold it down just for a little bit. 3 to 5 seconds. You know, if all else fails, read the directions. It'll say, if steam and seam 2 will not stick, warm your fabric with your steam iron before applying the web. Steam and seam 2 material together along trace edges. Cut it, then you cut it, and then you peel off the remaining liner, and then you press it on your material. But it says, I want to see how many seconds it says to hold it. I'm not tracing on the liner because I'm going to cut the flowers right out. It doesn't say, it says to just stick it. It says don't even iron it at first. But I iron it anyway. And then for a permanent hold, you do 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so I ironed it a little bit. This paper will still come off. Well, Joy, you just say things all the time that aren't right. No, see, it does come off good. So get some, don't use crummy scissors. Get some good, little, sharp scissors. Or some good, big, sharp scissors. And cut. I'm going to sew around this. But until I do, it could be permanent just ironing it on this way. Now the cutting is going to be fiddly because, you know, this is a rose. Yeah. Could I cut this out with my scan and cut? I could. I certainly could. And oh, would that ever be nice. But I don't have a scan and cut here. It's at my other house. Do I need 2 scan and cuts? I don't think my husband's going to go for that. But I do wish I had 2 of them. They're so expensive now. I think I paid $300 for my scan and cut. Do you see how I'm turning the fabric into the scissors? I'm not saying that's how you should do it. I'm just saying it seems to be working well for me. Okay? You do what you want to do. See, turn. Yeah. It's holding good because it's got that paper on the back. Oh, this is going to be so cute. It'll look a lot better than mustard and tomato juice. Oh, that was a good sandwich though, I'm telling you. It was a good sandwich. I like mustard on ham. Yep. You know what else is really good on ham? Should I go out and cut that out? Oh, there's a little piece here of some leaves. Oh, I'm going to cut it. I don't have enough sticky stuff to get it all, but I can get part of it. Oh boy. See, turn, turn, turning. You need some music on, and then there'd be a beat. And then you could really get it good. See, if you get a stain, now if you don't like the shirt, just toss it. Just toss the shirt. But I like this. I love it because it fits me. And it's got darts in it and everything. Here's another little flower. I put enough to do the little tiny flowers, so shame on me. I looked at them and I thought, well, I'm not cutting those out. What are you guys working on? What day is this anyway? I think it's May 16, 2025. And my Boo Bear is going to pick up pumpkin pants from school at 3. He lives in Austin. My grandson and his wife and little boy, Pumpkin Pants, live in Austin, Texas, and we live just north of Texas, in this way southern Oklahoma, like Texoma. See? Yeah. So let's play like I have this on. Yeah. And like I'm going to slap this right there on that mustard. Oh, look at And then I'll just bring it up into the shoulder. I'll cut out some more and bring it up into the shoulder. And won't that be pretty? So this is what I have so far. I've cut out 2, and I took the paper off the back, so now it's sticky, see? And you can take it off and put it back and take it off and put it back until you iron it. So I'm going to have one more thing to put here. And I don't know, I don't think the stain shows too terrible down here at the bottom, so I'm not going to worry about that. It shows really bad up here though. See? Can you see me now? Yeah, beautiful, huh? So, I've got to cut out another one. So red lipstick and red earrings don't go. I'm going to put my other top back on. I just wanted you to see. No more mustard stains. Little bit that I got down here came out pretty good. It's still there. But you know, if somebody gets close to me at Walmart or at Hobby Lobby or somewhere, I can just go, well, yes, I'm so happy to meet you. And I never spill mustard on my job. It was in a sandwich, remember? I didn't just pour the bottle on myself. So what do you think? Cute. Now this is not light Steam-A-Seam. This is Steam-A-Seam 2, so it's more heavy duty, and it's not coming off. If I heated it a lot, I could peel it up, but it wouldn't come off good. It wants to stay there forever. So when you have a t-shirt, a knit top, and you use Steam-A-Seam, and you don't want to sew around everything, and I'm not going to sew around it, it doesn't need it, don't put it in the dryer. Peggy Sager says you shouldn't put knits in the dryer anyway because they'll last a whole lot longer if you don't. So remember, I made this top, and that's why I wanted to save it, because it fits me and I like it. Now I used these flowers because that's the only thing I had here that had flowers on it, okay? And I think they match it really good. I had no idea I was going to do this today. But you know, it's a snippet of my day, and I think it is a really wonderful thing. If you get a stain, now you have to get a stain in the proper place. You know, you can't get one on your apexes, you know, and you wouldn't want one back here, right above your rear end. But if you get it, so you can cover it up with an applique. Applique with the Steam-A-Seam, the iron on, is super easy. And I can't tell, looking at the camera, if my room is crooked or not. Remember, I've got a crooked tripod. I think all my tripods are crooked. So don't look up there. Just look here at me. I have to go. So good afternoon. I know, it's the same day. Can you believe it? I'm so excited because my babies are coming. So I've been cleaning house and doing laundry and vacuuming and dusting and all those things you do, you know. And now it's 5 o'clock and it's time for me to fix supper, but I mentioned to my husband a while ago that now that we're keeping the house, I want to have a desktop computer up here. And it just so happens that when we sold our business back in 2018, he brought all the computers from our business home, and they've been over there in his barn for years, since 2018. So I decided to come up here and show you how this Vogue PDF pattern from simplicity.com goes together. They give you a guide. Here's the guide. I'm going to guide it over here to you. Here's the guide. Now, if anybody can find some page numbers on this guide, I sure would love it if you'd tell me where they are, because there aren't any. But there are squares to show you papers. So I figured out it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 papers across. So I put the papers across the first row, and then I could figure out from that guide what the papers to the second row and the third row. And now these papers have these little bitty blue triangles. I thought they were notches, but they're not notches. I mean, they are notches, but they're not for sewing notches. They're for matching notches. So if you just match the notches by the number, see, I made this whole row, put it all together first. Now it's going to go down here. It's row 3. And you know, you can see how the pattern's supposed to be. Philly said she's had them as much as a 1/4 inch off. So you chop off the edges of the page, there's no red line, and you match up all the little blue triangles. Okay? So I'm so excited. You know what I was thinking I would do? This is kind of a fancy outfit, but I thought I'd wear it to my next doctor appointment and take the pattern and show it to the doctor. He always tells me, nobody ever takes my advice. Well, I do. I need to cut some more off of that. I do take his advice. And I said, you told me I could have 1 cup of coffee a day, and that's all I have now. He said, well, I can't believe it. Nobody ever takes my advice. I said, well, why come to the doctor then? So I do take his advice. So I'm going to show him how I bought another pattern. Oh, I'd love to wear it there that day. My sister goes to him, and she doesn't do anything he says to do. My sister has a doctor she's been going to forever. Ooh, this doesn't reach all the way over to there. That isn't good. What's the matter here? She has, what do you call it, a healthy doctor, a holistic doctor, some kind of a doctor she goes to. And so he doesn't do prescription drugs, which, you know, I don't like to do prescription drugs either. Neither does Jerry. Jerry's pharmacist. He taught me about prescription drugs when I married him. We threw most of mine down the toilet. You know, I didn't know they were bad for you. I thought they were like super wonderful for you. Let me see, this is not wanting to line up right there, so that's, I'm going to untape it here so I can match it here. You know, this is permanent tape, it's not removable. Jerry, are you coming up the stairs? Hello? Who is it?
Nobody.
Who's talking?
I am.
You didn't say anything.
You're on your...
Come on, come by the camera. Did I tell you I told my husband I wanted a desktop? Well, guess what he's got under his arm? Yes, he brought all the computers home. I've been complaining about him for years, telling him he needs to throw them away. And now I'm so happy he didn't listen to me. Oh yeah, I was telling him how I listened to the doctor. And I was going to wear my new pattern to my next appointment. Oh, speaking of doctors, the one for the ENT just texted me. And I get to go to the ENT the week we get home. Not June 4 or whatever. I got in earlier. Maybe they can fix my nose. Yes, my same doctor I was telling you all about. Some of these just aren't wanting to line up perfect right now. But I'm going to force them. When I first went to him, I couldn't breathe. I had a sinus infection or something. And he looked up my nose with, I think it's that thing they stick in your ears. And he said, oh my goodness, come look up her nose, he said to Jerry. And so Jerry came and he looked up my nose. And he said, I have never seen such large turbinates. He said, I don't know how she can breathe. Well, I've been saying that for years. I don't know how I can breathe. I'm so glad somebody finally listened to me. Now there's a bus dart there. That doesn't seem right. Sometimes these things just don't line up perfect. I'm telling you. That wants to be there and that wants to be there. This is the skirt I'm putting together. I don't have the blouse yet. See? So if you do some of these PDFs, be patient. All right. Now I just made that match. You'd think they would have perfected this PDF stuff by now so it would come out perfect. Okay? So now I'll take the next row. I printed out all the papers. So now I'll put the next row together. That might not be the best way now that it seems to be bubbly and acting weird. So maybe I'll do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Maybe that'll work better. We shall see. But I wanted to show you my Vogue V2118, how I'm building it together. I don't know why I have so many skirts. Why do I have so many? You know what? I think it's princessing. So there'll be 1, 2, 3 fronts and 1, 2, 3 backs, and it buttons up the front. I just think it is so cute. And the buttons, you know, all those buttons are very slimming going down the front of it. So that's why I really like that too. Very slimming. Oh my goodness, you don't want to match up right there perfect either. So where do you find buttons these days? There's no Joann's, there's no Hancock's, there's no anybody. So Billy went to a place, I'll never think of the name of it, it was funny, Stanley Morrow or something. I'm sure that's not right. And I went to Benno's Buttons online. I couldn't find anything, and their search was terrible. I ended up getting some on Amazon. I don't know what they're going to be like, but they're a little darker pink than my pink, and so they're the right size, and they've got a little, they're like a little bit of stripes, and they're textured. There's not a stripe with the color. It's just like a textured stripe, you know. And I'm hoping that they will look good. If not, you get something from Amazon, you can return it. I love Amazon. Love it, love it. All right, it's time to fix supper. I'm making spaghetti. And then my pumpkin pants likes Hamburger Helper. And I used to make Hamburger Helper all the time when we were growing up. And I know how to make Hamburger Helper all by myself now. I don't have to have the box. So I'm going to make Hamburger Helper. And I got, Uber said he likes fruit, but the apples were nasty. I couldn't find any grapes that looked good. But I've got a watermelon and I've got a cantaloupe. And I've got some pineapple in a can and I've got some bananas. So I'm telling you, that boy's going to eat. Very good. Oh, and I have pancakes, of course. Pancakes and bacon. Oh, now feeding his dad, that's not a problem. His dad practically grew up here. His dad will eat whatever I cook. But he got married, and his wife, she might eat something different than John does, and then Luke might eat something that both of them do, and they don't really eat at the same time in the same place. So it's just totally different. So I hope that I can make the boy happy with what I have to feed him. That's always the issue with company these days, no matter who your company is. Well, I don't eat that. Well, I don't eat that. Well, I can't have gluten. Well, I can't have any dairy. I'm like, let's go to a restaurant and have a margarita. All right, I got sweat running down my lip here. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna end this video. I wanted to get one more video up just because. So let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, and I for sure, if the boys will let me, I'll get a video or some pictures or something while they're here. Okay? Luke wears glasses now. He looks like Clark Kent, Superman. Big black framed glasses. And I saw him, I said, at the wedding, you know, my granddaughter Lindy got married a few weeks ago, and we went there. And so I saw Luke for the first time in years. And I saw him, he had those glasses on. I said, God, how did you look like you're in college? So later on, his mama, she said, come here, Grandma Joy. And I went over there and she said, look, and she took the glasses off of Luke and she said, there's his baby face. So he's still there. I have to go. I love y'all. Bye for now.